Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 23rd, 2024 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All the good things that the YouTube algorithm likes. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, fantastic. All right, let's see here. We are crowned with the star. So this is going to be a moon, and this is the full moon in Scorpio. So it's very powerful for us, Scorpio. It's in our sign. Things are going to be illuminated. And what's really cool with the culmination of a full moon is that it is the culmination of the intention that we set 6 months ago in the new moon in Scorpio. So this is going to be a time where if we kind of think back, if we have a diary, we look back 6 months ago, we'll be able to see something that we have set our intention for, we have set our mind to, and that's going to be coming to a head during this time. And we're going to be seeing ourselves in a very powerful way. But this is also us aligning with our soul's wish, with what it is that we deeply desire. Now, if we have Aquarius energy in our chart, if we have Aquarius energy in our life, this is going to come through very powerfully and very beautifully. So being aware of this is going to be super important. Aquarius energy is also a time frame of January 20th to February 18th. So we can see something that has happened or that is coming together from that time frame as well. But this is our soul's wish. This is our deepest desire coming forward. It leads us then to the King of Wands. Now, this is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If we're born on the cusp with Sagittarius, if we have fire sign energy in our chart, again, that's going to come through very powerfully. Or if we have fire sign energy in our life, that comes through very powerfully during this time. This is our fire. This is our passion. We are going to see ourselves transforming into our passion or transforming with our passion. There's something here where the spark is coming back to life. Now, with the Five of Pentacles, always be mindful of a poverty mentality. And this can be something that we're kind of fighting against during this time, the sense of I'm not good enough because somebody said I couldn't, because somebody said I wouldn't, because I grew up in lack and now I still have this lack following me, weighing me down, that I'm fighting against. So just know that it's going to kind of rear its ugly head, pull up like tentacles, trying to pull us down. And then we have the Strength card. We are so much stronger, Scorpio, than we think we are. And that energy is going to come through. Now, the Strength card is also represented by, not represented, the Strength card represents Leo, okay? And Leo is ruled by the sun. So the moon is reflecting the light of the sun coming forward. And this is going to be a time for us where we're looking at, okay, what do I desire? What do I want? What do I need? Where do I need to be for me? How am I standing in my power? Where is it that I belong? We are entering into Taurus energy, right? The sun is in Taurus during this time, and we're going to be seeing our strength coming forward. We have a strength around money during this time that's going to be very beneficial. So being aware of that is going to be important. We have the King of Cups. This is us. We come through as a powerhouse. We are going to be very determined, very focused. We have very strong masculine energy coming forward here as well. So being aware of that is going to be super important. The King of Cups is I am leading the way through my emotions and through my example. This is very calm energy. We can be thinking to ourselves, okay, I have to be a little bit more like out loud. I have to be a little bit more kind of gregarious, outgoing. But the King of Cups says, I lead by my heart. What I love, I move forward in. So this energy here is going to be very important. We can't make ourselves love something we don't love. And that's going to be very important for us to know. Now, we have a gift coming forward from God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, with the Ace of Cups. However, we're not necessarily taking it right now because the Ace of Cups is reversed. We have the King of Cups here. So we take this energy, but it's on pause. It's like, it's on a time out. So the Ace of Cups comes in and we can feel ourselves being very sensitive during this time. We can kind of berate ourselves. I should be more, there's going to be a sense of I should be more kind of fill in the blank, but it's going to have to do with, being more gregarious. It's going to have to do with being more extroverted, more kind of in your face type of energy. And yet that's going to be very different from the place that we want to be and from the place that our soul wants us to be. So be mindful about this during this time. With the 4 of Cups, we are going to be really fixated on seeing things a certain way. And Spirit's going to kind of take us by the nose, almost. It's like pull us by the nose and say, hey, look at it over here. Look at it this way. So just be mindful about it, that we're going to have kind of a wrench thrown into our plans during this time. And we're going to be super, super ticked. It's going to be like, are you kidding me? I had this plan. I had everything all worked out. What is going on here? And yet the path that we start to walk, that Spirit is kind of forcing us to look at, sends us on the path of seeing this gift, of seeing that lone cup up there, if you can see that, up there in the trees. And it's like, oh, that's the gift. Now we're a little bit afraid of that gift because it unpacks a lot of emotions. It can bring forward trauma. It can bring forward hurt. It can have us look at things and have us be honest with ourselves in a way that we're like, I don't really want to be. Like, oh, I don't really want this. So just being mindful of this energy is going to be super important because it is going to be so powerful and it is going to be so relevant and prevalent and life-changing for us. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a rain cloud in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, and hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when that video comes up. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, so we have 2 here. We have soulful and we have meditate. Meditate is in the upright position. So meditation is going to be easy for us. We're going to find that we're meditating even when we don't think we're meditating, because we might not be sitting in the lotus position, burning incense, being all, traditionally meditative. However, the act of our soul is going to be that of meditating. We're going to find that we're kind of working out problems. We're connecting with our soul, with ourselves, looking at the way that we want to move forward. Soulful is reversed. We need to fill our soul. We need to fill our emotions. We need to fill ourselves emotionally, just like we fill our stomach when we're hungry, just like we feel, we quench our thirst when we're thirsty. That is going to be so important to us during this time. So being aware of that we have to make time to fill our soul, and it's going to be very easy for us to meditate. It's going to be very easy for us to connect with our inner self. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is dreams reversed. So there's something here where we have a blockage with our third eye chakra. We are getting a lot of insight from Spirit, and we can find that to be a bit overwhelming during this time. So just be aware of that. Spirit is also going to be talking to us very powerfully and very prevalently through our dreams, and we can be ignoring that. So being aware of this is going to be important, that we might not remember our dreams. We can find that we have trouble sleeping, that we're thinking, oh, my dreams are nonsense. And Spirit's like, no, your dreams are super important. So pay attention to this. Know that we have a blockage in our third eye chakra. So meditating on the color purple can be very important for us. Just kind of massaging our third eye can also be very important. Letting ourselves breathe, I know we always breathe, right? But letting ourselves just calmly embrace our heart, our emotions, our spirit, so that our third eye can open, so that, life isn't so intense. Like it can be so overwhelming just to simply exist. And then we're saying, oh, well, I should embrace my third eye. I should embrace seeing the unseen world. And though that is a very natural path for Scorpio, and one of the most powerful and beautiful things about Scorpio energy, it's also a very overwhelming thing. It's like, okay, I have all these real world problems to deal with, all these things that need my attention right now. Do I really need to add to it, to add more layers by saying I'm embracing the spiritual, that I'm opening up the door to the esoteric? That can be overwhelming for us. So showing ourselves grace and showing ourselves compassion is going to be a very important thing during this time. It moves us to our energy that we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Okay. So we have 2 here. We have the 2 of Wands and we have the 9 of Pentacles. So it's interesting. We're going to be very focused on the future. We can also be very focused on the past as well, but we can have a hard time standing in our present. And so that's going to be a very important thing to know, that our energy is going to be taken up by the past, by the future, but standing right here, right now can seem overwhelming to us. So being aware of that is going to be important. With the 2 of Wands, doors are going to be opening. Make sure that the doors that are opening are the ones that you want to walk through, because there can be opportunities that come, or there can be people that say, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. You're going to have a very strong personal, like visceral reaction to certain things. And there's going to be a sense of no. There's going to be a sense of that isn't right for me. And yet you're going to feel guilty for some reasons, like, oh, but that's how it should be. But if that's not who you are, then let yourself be able to say no to certain things during this time, which is going to be harder because we're not going to want to disappoint people, or we're not going to want to miss opportunities. But Spirit is saying, it's better. Quality over quantity is going to be super important. So being aware of that is going to be a very powerful thing. Now, with the Star card crowning us, this is our deepest soul's wish coming forward. This is also feeling heard, feeling seen by the universe, but also feeling heard and seen by ourselves. So when we move forward with the Star's energy, it's like, this is what I deeply want. This is what I'm deeply connecting with. This is how I'm opening up the door to me. And there's going to be something here during this full moon in Scorpio, where it's like, but this is who I am. And that starts to come forward. We've tried to put on different masks. We've tried to be like we think we're supposed to be. But this is who I am is going to be something that's very powerful that comes forward for us during this time. It moves us to the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, again, that fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, where it is our passion, it is our fire that's pulling us forward. We can also be inspired by people who are astoundingly passionate and who aren't afraid to change their course. We're going to be finding that there's an inspiration that happens during this time, that we look at somebody and they say, well, I needed to change, or I needed to change this, or I need to look at this differently. And they do it. And we're going to think, well, if they could change, so can I. If they can veer off the course that they thought they were going to be on, so can I. And that's going to open the door in ways that we hadn't imagined that it could. We are also going to see ourselves transforming. Salamanders right here. There's, if you see this, there's a little salamander right there. And in alchemy, salamanders are a sign of transformation. So we're going to be looking at ourselves during this time and saying, how is my passion transforming me? But also, how have I been transformed by my passions? How do I want to step into my passion itself, step into the fires of me? Now, we are going to be battling a poverty mentality, a sense of I can't because of the setbacks that we have had in our lives, because of the disappointments that we have been through. We're going to be thinking, I always have to be out in the cold. It's always going to be a battle. It's always going to be a frustration. It's always going to be an anger. And Spirit is saying to us, why? Why have we carried this burden? Yes, the road might have been hard. Yes, things haven't gone our way, but that doesn't get to define us. Our struggles get to propel us forward. And I know that sounds like a very Pollyanna way of looking at things, but either we sit there and we say, my life is always going to be struggle. I'm never going to get ahead. And my burdens are always going to be weighing me down like the chains of Marley in A Christmas Carol that, I've built one by one that are going to stay with me for all eternity. Or we say, I'm learning, I'm growing. I'm seeing myself as a transformative being, embraced by my passion, embraced by my fire, embraced by the King of Wands, but not defined by my setbacks, not defined by the fact that I can't because. And that's when we're going to start to see the strength card come into play, and that we are so much stronger than we thought we ever were. And it's going to be surprising because people are going to say, oh, I see you as strong, or, oh my gosh, I totally think the strength card, embodies you. And we can have somebody just say that kind of like a throwaway thing, which might sound weird, but it's going to be something where we're like, seriously? Like, seriously? What do you mean? And it's the fact that you're stronger than you think you are. You're also going to find allies. You're going to find that people can't really pin you down. And that's one of the things that people dislike about Scorpios. There are some signs that can be put in a box and they're like, oh, yeah, they fit there. But Scorpio energy isn't one of them. Scorpio energy is like, you see that box? I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to destroy it and find my own way. So with the strength card coming in, we're going to find that we're stronger than we think we are. We're going to find that there's a strength to us that we have overlooked because it's not going to be conventional. It's not going to line up in that neat little way that society or the world wants us to. And that we're going to find inspiration. We're going to find a path that people will look at us and say, are you kidding me? Like, that's you? Like, seriously, I wouldn't think that. But it's because they don't know our souls and they don't know the power of the wishes that are guiding us, that the power of our soul's desire that we're connecting with and that we are always connected with, especially as water sign energy with the King of Cups coming in, our fire, our passion, yes, our emotions coming forward, the fact that this world is a feeling place. You know, people sit there and say, be logical, be practical, take emotions out of it. We can't. We're human beings. We're emotion based just by being. You know, we're not Klingons, right? We're not going to be able to be like Spock. And so here with the King of Cups, it's saying embrace your feelings, embrace your emotions, and live by the example of your heart. Live in that place of love, of compassion. If you come from a place of love, compassion, respect, you know, dignity of soul and spirit, you might be attacked by others because they don't like that, but you are going to find that you are guided forward by divinity, by the universe, in a way that you hadn't imagined you could be. And there's a gift that's coming forward where it won't be fully actualized on the 23rd or whenever the full moon is for you. What's going to happen, and by that I mean, like, you know, where you are geographically, what's going to happen is the heart's going to move you forward. And you're going to see that by following your emotions, by being able to see, yes, the tumult in the world, but not be corrupted by it. You're going to move forward in a way that you start to take a gift that fully speaks to your heart, that fully speaks to your soul, that fully speaks to yourself, that's very emotional. It might bring on tears. It might have you looking at things and saying, why did I believe those lies for so long? But it's going to send you on a path that kind of takes you out of a rut that you've been in or a stuckness that you've been in and starts to lead you on an adventure you never thought you could have, starts to move you forward in a way that you thought, oh no, you know, it just can't be me. And Spirit's saying, why can't it be you? Why can't it move you forward in this power, in this grace, in this determination of self and of soul? Now, our subconscious spirit message is joyous. It is time to be joyous. It is time to be joyous of spirit. It is time to let the joy in and embrace the heart, the laughter, the love of the world, and to say, I get to live in joy. There is so much to be afraid of. There is so much to mourn in this existence. There's so much to look at, you know, turn on the news and just feel like it's too much. But if we start embracing joy, we start changing the energy vibration of ourselves, which is the only thing we have power over. And we start to say, I choose joy. I choose joy over anger. I choose joy over fear. And by changing that energy vibration, we can start to change the world. And though it seems so small and insignificant, we are still powerful and beautiful beings. And that's going to be something that we're seeing here. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, well, chakra message. And this is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. And this is soul's healing. We are going to see ourselves healing. We are going to see ourselves connecting. Now, do we have a blockage to this? Yes. There's going to be something here where it's like, I can only heal when. And Spirit's like, why? Why are you putting limitations on yourself? It is time to connect to the bigger cosmos, which can be terrifying. You know, I am just me here. And then connecting and seeing ourselves as part of the greater universe can seem too vast. It can seem too much. And this is going to be a time for us where we start to connect with our heart. We start to connect with ourselves. And, you know, we embrace that fear of being more than we ever imagined we could be. And that becomes very liberating. It brings us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of the Wheel of Fortune. You know, we need to be mindful of the Wheel of Fortune because the Wheel of Fortune is like, hey, fate can change at any time. And that's true. And so we can always be waiting for the shoe to drop. We can always be waiting for the Five of Pentacles to come in, to be robbed of our prosperity, to be robbed of our success, to be robbed of our bounty, to say, okay, fate has changed. And now you're out in the cold again. And you're always going to be out in the cold. So just be mindful about this, because we can have those intrusive thoughts that say, well, you're just not going to make it, right? You're just not going to be there. And Spirit's like, why? Why does success get to be had by other people? There will be setbacks, yes, but we're not defined by falling. We're defined by getting back up. And yes, it might be overwhelming. We might be saying, Dane, I've gotten back up so many times, I'm tired. And that's respectable and understandable. But don't be defeated. And that's going to be very important. Our subconscious tarot message is the Seven of Cups. We're connecting with our dreams again. We're connecting with an openness and a sense of there's more here than meets the eye. We are going to be seeing things in a way that surprises us. We're going to be connecting with dreams that we thought we had given up on, that are going to say to us, hey, don't you want to take time for me again? Like, don't you want to connect with me? Don't you see this? And all of a sudden, we're going to be like, oh, I can. It's kind of like the little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. And that's going to be the energy that starts to move us in a direction that is really quite astounding. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in. Oh, and please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.